Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 21. I'm your host Dan Young. With me as always is my good friend
James Craigie, World Warrior.
Okay,
I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter.
fair dues. Okay, so we've hit 21 episodes.
Old enough to drink in the US.
So got a reasonably decent show today, I'd like to say. I don't want to big it up too much. Okay, let's start from the top, what we've been playing.
Okay.
Do you want to start with that?
I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter recently. No, I picked up Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
I got the original Street Fighter 4 ages ago, and when I heard that the Super version was coming out and saw the differences and everything, I thought, alright, well, I'll sell this and I'll pick that up. So I sold it and never got around to picking up Super Street Fighter 4.
No, it's nice and cheap.
Yeah. If you look around for it in the right places, you can find it for a tenner or so, but no, it's really, really good. A lot of stuff that they, from the fourth one that they've fixed, new characters and everything's unlocked in there, or all the characters are unlocked in there from the get-go, and it's good. It feels good. It's good to play. Yeah,
I've played a bit. I've got it at home. It's good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with your statement that it's good.
Yeah, I'm just going to carry on playing it.
Good.
Also, you might remember last week I said I was playing Enslaved.
Yes, there was a video and some stuff about it. Yeah,
I know. Some of you may have watched it. If you didn't, check it out. But I finished that.
Okay, so you'll be wanting a fun affair.
Yes, please.
And there it is.
Yeah. Awesome game. Seriously, I'm seriously hoping there's a sequel. I mean, there doesn't necessarily need to be a sequel, but I'm hoping there is, because it kind of wraps up fairly quickly, but there's a lot of action getting there. It's nicely paced. You're never bored. There's never any sort of grind. Everything is there. Everything that is there has a purpose.
Yeah.
So, no.
That's cool. But I'm still playing Enslaved. Well, so I can see me kind of not playing it now. I'll explain in a bit, but I started it and I'm part way into it now, and I'm enjoying it so far. Like, it's really, really good. But I've not played as much of it as I really wanted to, and there's other games that I'm going to talk about now that we've got our hands on, and it's kind of it might take a back seat for a while so that I can play some other games, but I do really want to play through it, and so far it is an absolutely amazing game, and it's definitely one of the best games out at the moment, new games out at the moment. So if you're not sure about like what other games you want to buy this holiday season, Enslaved is definitely a good bet. It's got a lot for everybody, I think. It covers a lot of bases, so I can't recommend it. I mean, I've not even played it yet properly, like all the way through, but I recommend it. So it's good. It's good time. It's good fun. It's good. Everything's good today.
It's good. It's a good day.
Anything else?
A couple of demos.
Yeah,
I finally got around to playing that Castlevania Lords of the
Shadows. Yeah.
What
do you think? Is
looks
it good?
Nice.
Is it good?
It is good. It looks really, really nice. Combat is sort of typical Devil May Cry kind of style.
I'll stay
combat.
away from it then.
Yeah. So a few like quick time events and everything, but the overall feel of it looks nice. Graphically, it looks good. The sound is good.
Yeah.
Don't know. Obviously, it's a demo and it's not representative of the full game.
But it sort of is.
It sort of is. I like the old Castlevanias, but it doesn't feel like the old Castlevanias. I mean, maybe I'd have to like play through it and see like the whole unlocking different sections by getting new abilities and everything. Maybe then it would feel like it. But that sort of demo that I played didn't really convey that. It's got literally nothing to do with the original games at all, apart from like the last name of the main character.
Fair dues.
But no, it looks good. It looks enjoyable, and a lot of people are liking it. So I will try and
I think it's one of these games that I think a lot of people will want to pick up, but might be put off because they feel the same way as you about it. And to be fair, the next 4 weeks are going to be fucking mental as far as games go. So this is going to get overlooked, I think, a little bit like Enslaved, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I think Enslaved is one of those games that's worth picking up.
Yeah.
And worth paying full price for, because it's such a good and well crafted game that, you know,
it's got something special about it.
Yeah, it's the dark horse of this year so far for me, I think. But it you know, I hope it does really well, but I can see it being overlooked by so much other stuff. So is that your...
No, there's another demo I played.
What else?
One that's not going to get overlooked, I don't think. I played the demo for Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2.
Oh, and how did you find it?
Well, I quite enjoyed the first one. Obviously, story-wise, it was brilliant. There are a few technical bits of it.
I think that's... Anytime someone mentions the first Force Unleashed, they kind of mention about the bugs and stuff.
Yeah. Second one, obviously, it's just a demo. It's just kind of like the first opening scenes of the game. Infinitely better.
Yeah.
It looks nicer. Controls feel slightly tuned up, more responsive. They've kind of streamlined it all.
Yeah.
Some of the new stuff you can do, like the mind trick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. If you're listening, you haven't played the demo yet. Say stormtroopers are coming at you. You just hold the block and press Y, and you can get them to attack other stormtroopers, or just like run into energy barriers, or jump off buildings, or whatever, and it's all good. But no, it's little things like the outside sections of the demo is in the rain, and it just looks amazing. It looks so good, and this is one I'm definitely going to have to pick up.
Excellent, that sounds great. Well, that demo is available now to download on Xbox Live. Is it a PSN as well?
I think
possibly?
So. Yeah.
So if you've got a PS3 or Xbox, definitely download that and give it a try if you're interested.
It is good.
Like everything else today.
It is good.
Okay, so anything else? Have you finished?
That's it. That's me.
Okay. Okay. Well, obviously I've talked about Enslaved a little bit.
Yep.
But I got my hands on Medal of Honor today. The new Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
The reimagining, the reboot of Medal of Honor. And I've been playing quite a bit of it so far today, and I'm going to give my thoughts on it in a sec, but I'm also going to save a little bit of that back because I'm going to be doing a video for that for Friday. Okay. It came out yesterday in the US. Comes out Friday here. And I'm lucky enough to get my hands on it, and I've played it through. I've had the campaign itself is short. I've only touched the campaign, haven't really delved into multiplayer yet, but I plan to do that before doing the video review or whatever. But I've probably played, from what I can guess, about half of it already because it's quite short.
Yeah,
but already it's quite good. I mean, like I said, I can't really give my full opinion on it because I haven't finished it yet, but there were times when I thought this is going to be a real contender for, this is going to really compete with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, let's not beat around the bush. That is its direct competition.
Yeah.
There's no denying it. I'm not going to not say it because, everyone's going to be...
This is EA's Call of Duty.
This is EA's Call of Duty. It's now been dragged kicking and screaming into the modern age. And, the last Medal of Honor game, Medal of Honor Airborne, was a complete failure. Everybody I know that played it just fucking hated it and regrets buying it or whatever. I played the demo of it, didn't think it was that impressive at all. And, these two franchises have been around for a similar amount of time. I think Medal of Honor came out first in like 1999, around that time. It was very much a PC kind of thing that made its way to console. And like, there's always been these two main franchises. A lot of like World War II shooters, a lot of first-person shooters out there, but these two are the kind of the main two. But Call of Duty's always been, that step ahead, I think, and I think it's going to remain that step ahead.
Yeah. And obviously I think you'll explain more why you think.
Yeah,
that is in the
video. Obviously I haven't played Black Ops, so I don't know what to expect this year for Call of Duty. But Medal of Honor it is directly going for them for the whole Call of Duty thing, but. The big deal with this game is that they wanted it to be realistic. And they said, there's a certain level of realism to other shooters, but it's not really grounded in reality. They wanted the locations, the people, everything to be as real as possible. Now, that sounds great, but when you're actually playing a game, you just kind of want the action. You want the adrenaline, you want the rush. You want cool shit to blow up, and you get that a little bit with this game, but it feels like they've concentrated too hard on trying to make it too. I don't care if I'm running around in Afghanistan or wherever you want, whatever desert you want to call it, right? But like
you want to leap off helicopters and
I want to do mad shit, At the end of the day, screw the realism. Realism doesn't necessarily make the game more fun. So I think that's kind of where this has done things wrong. A lot of people enjoy this game. If you're a fan of first-person shooters in general, you'll probably really enjoy this game. But if you are a big Call of Duty fan and you're looking for a game to fill that void, because Black Ops comes out in less than 4 weeks now, right? This game will fill that void, but once Black Ops comes out, I can't see a lot of people revisiting this. I can see sales for this dipping really big in like 4 weeks' time. I can see people not playing it online in 4 weeks' time because Call of Duty's come out, and it's a shame because there's a lot of promise here. Like I said, I've only played half the game so far, so I could totally change my mind on this, and I'll talk more about it next week in the show, and obviously I'll be releasing a video on Friday. But
unless something
big
blows up,
yeah. I mean, it seems a bit lackluster at the moment. I'm halfway through the game, and already it just seems, like I said, the whole realism side of it they really seem to be pushing that, and it doesn't seem to be working. As for me as a gamer, when I play this kind of game, I want the big action set pieces. I want the big epic moments, and there hasn't really been many of them yet at all. And they've tried to push the story a lot, and it doesn't. I don't feel engaged with the story that much. But we will discuss that more on the show next week, and like I said, on Friday when I release my video. But a little bit disappointed with it so far. You know, it had a lot of potential. I'm of the opinion that competition is always a good thing.
Yeah.
If Medal of Honor was amazing and gave Call of Duty a run for its money, then it's just going to make Activision and whoever's making the next Call of Duty game try that much harder next year to make a better game, and vice versa, obviously. So, in a way, it's a shame it's not. I don't have a higher opinion of Medal of Honor at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because I've been waiting to play this for a while now, and I've been eagerly anticipating it. And with all the controversy and all the press this game's had, it just doesn't really live up to any of the hype or anything, or any of the promises, I think. But I've still got more of it to play, so this is just my opinion halfway through playing it.
So watch this space.
And I haven't touched the multiplayer yet, which I will talk about as well. Okay. It seems like two separate things, literally.
Cool.
So that's my little rant so far on Medal of Honor. More to come.
Wasn't it? Anything else?
That's about it.
Okay.
To be honest. So when we come back, there'll be some news.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
See you soon.
Welcome back to the Games4all podcast. This is a section of the show where we talk about the news.
Cool. What we got?
We got some fairly big stories.
Okay.
Some nice little bits. Firstly, Gears of War 3.
Mm-hmm.
Game I know you're looking forward to.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we heard last week or so where it was about the delay with it, and the fact that it was due, it's slated for April of next year, and that's been pushed to holiday, so November, basically 2011. So we've got another year to wait to play it, and I'm a big Gears fan.
Yeah,
this news though kind of makes it all better.
This will make up for it. Public multiplayer beta has been announced for next year.
Yeah,
don't know when, no dates, but I'm guessing probably about April.
About April, yeah. That's when I would suggest it's if I had to guess.
But it's public, so it means you probably have to log onto the website and sign up for
get
it.
A code.
But chances are you'll probably get onto it. And there's been a lot of videos showing the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, new executions and things
new
like
executions,
that,
new kind of
pretty cool. I mean,
bits.
I'm excited for this, and I think this does ease the kind of. I mean, I was a little annoyed about the change in release date. It's 5 months is quite a while when you've been waiting for this game for such a long time now, and it's going to be a 3-year gap between Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3.
Yeah,
and that's not normal. So, I mean...
Well, obviously it just means that expectations for this one are going to be very high.
Well, exactly. I mean, and now there's a beta program going, it's just going to improve the multiplayer side of it even more. And I think, the guys at Epic made a statement saying they've always wanted to do a beta test, but because of they've had to stick to such a strict schedule of, because they've had release dates, so this is when this game's coming out. That's when you have to have it finished for. They've not had the time or the resources to put together a beta and launch it and stuff. So
and now they've been given the time.
They've been given an extra 5 months, and and I'm glad they're going to use the time wisely. This is what I said. I didn't want them to be sat there twiddling their thumbs, going, "Hey, the game, we're just sitting on it, and in 5 months' time you can have it." This is something they can do. They can be tweaking the code and stuff right until the last minute until the game goes to press. So I'm happy because I get to play a little bit of this game.
Yeah, you will be. You'll be playing the shit out of it, won't you?
Quite possibly, yeah. That's all I'll be playing when this comes out. Yeah. But very excited, very good news. I'm happy.
But some news to keep you going until then.
Mm-hmm.
From the 12th to the 18th this month.
Yep, which is nowish.
Gears4all 2 having a 4 times XP weekend.
Okay.
Which is not as much as we've been used to recently.
No, we've had the 20, then the 25, and So.
But it's good that they're still doing the kind of like increased XP.
Yeah, it's a little bonus.
Yeah.
Little bonus.
And also, I don't think this has been confirmed, but apparently there's going to be a 30 times XP weekend at the end of the month.
Yeah, there was talk of it on Twitter. I think Rod Ferguson basically said that the next event's going to be 30 times XP, and they're playing it for the Halloween weekend. So I'm guessing that at the end of the month we'll hear a bit more about it in a week or so's time. But yeah, 30 times XP weekend.
That'd be good.
Pretty happy for that one.
So if you haven't got the game yet, I think it's coming out for download on demand as well.
I think most of this news is to celebrate the games on demand on Xbox Live. I think Gears4all 2 is being added to that collection of games that you can download to a hard drive and play.
Yeah.
But isn't there some more Gears 2 news?
Yes, other
which I think is actually really, really cool.
The All Fronts DLC, which was, how much was it when it first came out?
1,600 points when it first came out, but it was 19 maps and the deleted scene from the game. So it's basically all the downloadable content.
So there's a lot of stuff there.
A lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
Then it was 800 points a few months back when I got it.
Yeah.
And now?
Now it's 400 points.
Awesome.
Which means I'm now probably going to get it.
Yeah, I think you should. I think if anyone's sitting on it, wants to get these extra maps, if that's the price point of whatever's been, if 800 points you couldn't afford it, 400 points. Seriously, if you want this and you think 400 points is steep, you're fucking nuts. Because this is literally 19 multiplayer maps, and there's a whole bunch of extra achievements. This is hours and hours and hours and hours of fun. So
all right, you convinced me. I'm going to pick it up.
But 400 points, you'd be nuts not to. So, yeah, it's good. What else we got?
Well,
keep the news coming.
From games that you're excited about to games that I'm very excited about. I mean, I know you're excited about Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, comes out real soon.
So soon, in fact, it has now gone gold. Yeah. And the information on it just keeps coming. There've been so many videos the last couple of weeks, kind of behind the scenes stuff. It
is the build up to this. Yeah. This is going to be massive. Yeah.
But the one bit of news that I think is awesome is part of what made Fallout 3 so good is the perks, the little bits that every level you could do something that could change the game or make your life easier or whatever. They're trying to do something different with this.
Right.
So obviously Obsidian, creators of the original one, they created the perks system to be different, to change the game dependent on that, and they've kind of gone back to that. So instead of just having pick this perk and your guns go up so many points and whatever, they've tried to make each one different. Perks like Cowboy, where when you reach, I think it's level 8, if your firearms, which is kind of like rifles, small handguns and everything, is at 45 and your melee is at 45, you can get the Cowboy perk.
Cool.
Which basically gives you a 25% damage increase on revolvers, lever action rifles, hatchets, knives, dynamite.
Yeah, excellent.
All the typical cowboy stuff. I know for a fact from screens that you can actually get a cowboy outfit.
Brilliant.
So
I mean, you know me and Fallout 3. We've had a bit of a rough history, right? But
sort of love-hate.
No, mostly love, but I mean,
mostly love.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, I really wanted to get
neglect.
I wanted to get through Fallout 3 so bad before playing this, but I can't see how that's possible.
No,
I am going to get Fallout New Vegas, and I know you are, but I'm getting it so that I can play it properly and give it the attention it needs further down the road. But I will get it, pick it up, play a decent portion of it, so I can talk about it on the show when you talk about it on the show. So we can compare notes, sort of thing. Yeah. But I probably will not finish it until much later, probably next year, because I still want to kind of really concentrate on Fallout 3 and get that out of the way, and then hit New Vegas. But you know,
I'm quite lucky because I've already got Fallout 3 out of the way.
Yeah, I know.
I've spent far too many hours on it. So
I wish I'd sort of I wish I'd done that.
And I have to say, this is probably, well, obviously DCUO I was planning on getting was pushed back.
Yeah,
that's also had a lot of stuff, but we'll talk about that later maybe.
Yeah,
another time. But this is kind of the game that's going to make up for that, because I know all the time that I would have been playing DCUO I can now devote to this. This will
clear
fill
your
that
schedule a little bit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And apparently there's so many new improvements and stuff that they've made to it that they've talked about. I'm just really, really excited for this.
Brilliant.
So watch this space.
Yeah, I mean, we'll literally, when we get this game, you're planning to do a video. So this week's video is going to be for Medal of Honor. Next week should be Fallout. So.
All good.
So obviously, since Fallout's such a big game, we can't guarantee it that your video will be up online by Friday.
No.
We don't know when we're going to get hold of the game, to be honest. So
yeah. So
it could be like a bit.
Well, basically, if it's anything like Fallout 3, the first like 5 hours or so, because that's normally kind of like how much time we need to get footage. It gives you a chance to get into the game. You can spend the first 5 hours of a Fallout game doing absolutely nothing.
Exactly. So.
And not get
this
anywhere.
This video may take us a little bit longer to kind of get online.
So maybe the following Monday, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Definitely.
But you'll definitely be hearing about it.
Yeah, this is something we'll cover. We're going to talk about a lot on the show. I can feel it already. Yeah. Like, it's a big release, so very excited.
There'll probably be like weekly. Oh, this is what I found out on Fallout section.
You'll get sick of it.
Do you remember when you were a kid and you used to go to the arcades?
Yeah.
You remember when arcade games used to be so good and much, much better than what you could get at home?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
whereas now it's kind of like arcades, kind of like...
They're dying out. They've died out more or less. There's only really a few places that you can go to play games now.
Well, I think that was mostly because, like I said, because most home console games now look as good, if not better, than arcade games.
Easily.
But, there are always a few of the old arcade games that you remember, that you love. I mean, can you think of any that you liked?
No.
No?
No, I mean, off the top of my head, no.
You get stuff like Tekken and Virtua Fighter and...
Oh, yeah, Virtua Fighter.
Time Crisis and stuff, which is kind of like born in the arcade and kind of made their way in. For me, I like the old sort of side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Yeah. Games like Streets of Rage and Golden Axe. And one of my favourites from 1992 was the X-Men one.
Yes, I remember this actually.
This is like before the cartoon, like the animated series came out. This was like a classic X-Men thing. It was so good. Everybody loved it. Everybody's been going on about it. Finally, it's coming to Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network.
Sweet.
I know.
You'll be getting it.
I'll be getting it. It's a classic. It's one of those ones. It's one of those nostalgia trips.
Yeah.
Like old games that have been re-released or remade or anything. I know I'm going to get them because I enjoyed them so much, and when I do play them, it does make me feel like a kid again, or more so than normal. So yeah, that's good news. Keep an eye out for that. I don't know. I don't think there's been a date for it, but the fact that I know that it's coming is enough to keep me happy.
I can't imagine it being too long.
No. But also, last bit of news.
Yep.
You quite like Guitar Hero?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
And you quite like dressing up in women's clothing?
Yeah, I do it every weekend. When we're not paintballing.
Yeah. Or while we're paintballing, which is even more disturbing.
Okay, go on.
But yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
Classic musical, kind of a little bit different, a little bit strange, but has some good music.
Imagine a majority of the people who are probably listening to our show or download our show probably not too familiar with this movie musical.
Alien transvestite horror musical.
There you go. Now you know. Yeah. What was the story again?
Alien transvestite horror musical.
Okay, cool. Right, bear that in mind.
But the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you get people who love it, and it has got some good tracks in it. And
it's a cult movie.
It is a cult movie. 3 of those tracks now coming to Guitar Hero.
Sweet.
Time Warp, which is kind of the obvious one.
Yeah, the big one.
Everybody, even if you don't know Rocky Horror Picture Show, you know the Time Warp.
You've heard of it.
Time Warp. Ugh. Okay. Sweet Transvestite, which even if you don't know what the Rocky Horror Show, that's pretty cool track.
Download, eh?
Yeah. And Hot Patootie, which I think will get a lot of love.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't really know what to say to this story. It's cool that they're doing something a little different for Halloween, I guess. I guess it's for Halloween.
Probably. I would imagine so. Can't get much more terrifying.
Yeah. Any idea of how much this is going to cost? I thought I must have read it was free, but I don't think it will be.
No, I imagine it probably costs the same as like normal
a regular
tracks,
pack, like 400,
stuff, yeah.
400 or 500 points. All right, excellent. Well, it's kind of cool they do these kind of theme packs occasionally,
Yeah. Kind of looking forward because, like I said, from when I saw the last Guitar thing, so that's kind of like the videos that play in the background as you're playing. They kind of like mimic the original music video. It'll be kind of interesting to see, see how they go with this.
Tim Curry comes out.
Oh dear.
Awesome. Yes. Anyways,
that's pretty much
that's
the news.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, if you join us after the break, we'll be talking about what's coming out this week.
Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast. Now, we're going to talk about the games that are coming out this week. Things are hotting up a little bit because obviously we've got Medal of Honor. We talked about it a little bit earlier. I spoke about it earlier. And I'll be talking about it again next week once I finish playing it and got a bit of time for the multiplayer. Look out for a video coming up on Friday, Medal of Honor related. We've talked about this game a lot on the show.
Yeah.
Everything from the beta to all the controversy. And now we're going to talk about it more now that the game's come out. It's going to be pretty hard to kind of shy away from, really. So that's out on 360, PS3 and PC. That's out Friday. If you're in the US, it's already out. It came out yesterday.
Hey.
So, lucky you. I don't know. Here's a game I won't be picking up. Just Dance 2 for the Wii.
I might be picking it up.
That's also out Friday. Just Dance did really well. It sold quite well.
It's kind of shocking how well it did.
Yeah, it made a lot of money, and I think that's the reason Just Dance 2 is out on Friday. Let's be honest, because I can't see another reason for it.
It'll probably be pretty much the same game, just more music.
Possibly slightly shinier, maybe, who knows. Wii stuff, it sells.
Yeah, apart from Wii Music.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's not talk about that.
No.
I've played it. Right, Just Dance 2. So that's out this Friday. I'm sure this will do quite well because if you picked up Just Dance, I'm sure you'll be aching for more Just Dance. A game that's not really new, but we're going to talk about it because it's a new edition of the game, is Borderlands Game of the Year edition that comes out on Friday.
Ah, yes, yeah. They've brought out quite...
pretty much Borderlands with all the DLC.
Yeah, there are quite a few DLC bits in it, and it's quite cheap, isn't it?
Yes, half price.
Yeah.
Half the price.
Yeah, so well worth it. If, like I said, the game did really, really well. Everybody I know who's played it loved it. So if you've kind of been on the fence about it, there's a chance to, like... It's cheaper than the original price of the game to pick up that and all the extra bits.
Yeah, it's quite a big money saver, this one.
Yeah. And, I think it's time they kind of like get Borderlands out of the way so they can focus on Duke Nukem Forever.
Quite possibly, yeah.
One thing that's not on the list.
Yeah.
Coming to consoles this week.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 1.
Yeah, I forgot to mention about that, actually. Yes, you're right. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 1.
Yeah, it's due out as we're recording, so this will be yesterday.
Well, it's due out Wednesday-ish.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
But, it's already been out on iTunes for, like, the iPhone and iPad, I imagine.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But they have said that the console versions will have extra bits that the iTunes version doesn't.
Right.
So...
Mm-hmm. My chair just went. Yeah, that's cool.
So I will be at least trying a trial of it to see how much like the old games it feels, and I will be talking more about it next week.
This comes out on 360,
60,
PS3 and Wii. I think it comes out on Wii.
Yeah, on the Wii as well.
And obviously on iPhone and iPad and iPod and other things that begin with I. Also, forgot to mention Borderlands is the Game of the Year edition is available on 360, PS3 and PC. Okay. You kind of interrupted me there before I finished.
Sorry.
So that's pretty much the week's worth of releases. Out of everything there, I've not played Borderlands, but it's one of those games I really wanted to pick up. But surprise, surprise, Fallout 3 was being played at the time, so I kind of didn't get around to it. But I'm going to go ahead and say Medal of Honor is the biggest release of this week.
Yeah.
And it is probably the game to pick up. Because I can't really comment on Borderlands. If I played it, because it's so cheap and because you get so much stuff for your money, it makes sense that probably would be the best thing to buy this week, but I don't know how good the game is. So I've played Medal of Honor, a bit of it at least, and this will sell quite well because all the FPS fans are going to go mental over this game, and a lot of people will pick it up just to kind of play it for the next 4 weeks until Call of Duty Black Ops comes out, and that's pretty much what I'm doing, to be fair. I'm playing this, and then once Black Ops comes out, that's it.
Yeah,
it's going to be collecting dust. Oh, sorry, but that's the truth.
Yeah, and that's what we pride ourselves on the show. We say things how we feel.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good game still. It's still kept to a really high standard, and between Medal of Honor and Call of Duty Black Ops, you aren't going to find another first-person shooter
in that 4-week period.
In this 4-week period, that is going to come anywhere near those games. So, yeah, I can see it doing okay, but we'll see what happens in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for listening, downloading, tuning in, listening to the show however you manage to listen to it, whether it's online or you've got someone else to download it, I don't know, whatever. Thank you for doing that and listening to us rant again for the 21st week in a row.
We're trying to keep it shorter now.
Yeah, trying very hard to, but it's not really working out. So thanks for listening. Our website, which should soon be up and running properly, is www.games4allpodcast.com. It's in the process of being rebooted,
revamped,
reimagined.
Yeah,
a bit like Medal of Honor, but better. And if you want to email us, if you didn't like that last comment, podcast@games4allpodcast.com. It's the number 4. Don't forget that. And
you can also follow us on Twitter.
Yes, you can.
Which is twitter.com/Games4all.
Indeed, it is. And we're also on Facebook. I don't need the rest for that. But if you go to Facebook and search for Games4all,
that's number 4.
The number 4.
Not word 4.
And podcast, but keep podcast separate. You should be able to find us fairly easily. Please friend us on there. That'd be awesome. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
Review us on iTunes.
Please review us on iTunes. Please review us on Podcast Alley or anywhere else that you may find the show. There's several other websites that you can find us on and download us free. So any good reviews or comments will be much appreciated. Thank you for tuning in, and we shall see you again next week.
Farewell.
Adios.